Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm the Friendly Investor. Thank you very much for watching my previous video if you did, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you hadn't, please do watch it because I try and give the most up-to-date investing information that is relevant and also educational in some way, shape or form. If you may already be familiar and it reinforces it, which is great, or this is new to you and it's information which you can use to help improve your investing decisions on what to invest. So firstly, this episode I just want to talk about the story of William Li and NIO and where it's going in the next 5 to 10 years and why I believe that this is a stock that is really one to watch out for. And I'm a huge I have invested some into NIO and I've backed it. I'm backing it all the way and I've bought it, and I'm only planning on buying more, and I don't plan on selling for the next 5 years because I really feel that in those years, once it has established itself in Europe and other parts of the world, that this stock it can probably hit about 5 times its current price easily, maybe even more. Now I just want to talk about the story of William Li. Yeah, it was founded in 2014, but his story, he's a really hard working person. He's come from not a lower class family, but a family that their hardships, and he's clearly taken advantage of any sort of benefit that he had, and he's turned into something magnificent. And now we can see NIO is his baby really, and it has really improved throughout these years rapidly, and I think we need to pay attention to it because it's only going to go up further. Now let's look at the career path. He started his business at the age of 21 in 1996, and it was an internet-based startup. And yeah, he founded some other companies around them. They have been successful, but this one he managed to get the some money, and now we're here. Yeah, so the story of NIO. So it was founded in 2014, and since then it's had some really huge investors. So I'll just list a couple here: Tencent, Temasek, Baidu, Sequoia, Lenovo, and TPG. But also to mention, it has the support from the government, the Chinese government, who are who are trying to improve their carbon footprint, and to do this they're investing hugely into electric vehicle cars such as NIO, Li Auto, XPeng, but mainly Chinese manufacturers, because this way they like to keep it homegrown. And companies like these, like NIO, when they were on the brink of bankruptcy, the Chinese government have supported them, provided them with an influx of money, which is also the reason why why I think they're going to be so successful, not just in China but around the world, with the support they have from really huge institutions and companies. Now yeah, so the first model was NIO, the EP9 sports car, and this was very exciting. If anyone is familiar with the race scene, they don't race in the main leagues, they race in the league below, but they are very well known. And their driver, I can't remember his name, but he's a brilliant driver and he's doing very well for them. Yeah, and in 2018 they're listed for the stock exchange. I use Freetrade personally because for me it's easy to use, and you can see all the data's there, and it's not as confusing as other apps, for instance Freetrade, where it does get a little bit confusing. Yeah, so in 2018 they listed on the New York Stock Exchange for 1.8 billion. Now the company is valued at just under 100 billion, which is huge. So within a short period of time, they've only gone from strength to strength and made rapid advances in this year. They went from $10 last year in March, so within less than a year, and now they're at 61, 64, with analysts predicting that it could go to 94 or 394 within the next year, and that's 15 top tier respected analysts. Now in NIO Day, in 9th of January, they had it was released that they're partnering with Nvidia, who are another company, but they're a technology company as well. And what they're going to do is they're partners to create the first autonomous vehicle, so people don't have to drive, which is very exciting. And once they've done this, it's hopefully to release in 2022. In my opinion, I think it'll be 2023 really, because that way they can really test it and get all the niggly bits that maybe are a bit that can cause issues. So once they've sorted and perfected this model will be for sale. It's very much a middle class vehicle, a middle upper class vehicle, but once they start getting established in that market, they'll be able to release cheaper models once that market's a bit more concrete and they've settled in it. So yeah, and obviously the main argument is the NIO versus Tesla, who will conquer the market. Now people need to realise that these William Li and Elon Musk and Tesla and NIO and other electric EV companies, they actually do work together and they do talk. So although it is a competition to see who can get the largest market share and who can be the dominant one in the world really, they also do work together. And NIO and Tesla, they are both technology companies, not EV just car manufacturers really. So what's exciting is that they specialise in this, but they're also producing other things. And NIO, for instance, their battery as a service, very exciting, and it's in what we've seen, it charges about 10 times faster than the Tesla model, and it has about 800 kilometers. They're releasing one that has about 800 kilometers before it needs a charge again, which is huge. And this is a very good quote from William Li. Tesla is the supermodel, while NIO is the girl next door. I think that's very true from him saying, but what he's saying is that Tesla's well known. Everyone knows that they've had huge success and they're a very attractive company. However, the NIO, not as well known, not as successful yet, but they're there and they're putting their foot in the door and they're saying, yeah, we're ready to go. And I think that's a very exciting thing that NIO are doing here. But where are they going to be in the next 5 years? Well, if we look at this, it says this is their plan. They're planning on entering the major global markets. Bear in mind they are in China and they're dominating in China. And once they've got charging stations all over China. They're very well known in China, and they've sold the most cars in China. But they were also recently won the most traded stocks in Australia, which means that it's picking up around the world and interest is being shown. Now I'll show you this chart because this is very interesting, because people need to realise that when news, this company is a bit of an odd one, because when there is some sort of news, it reacts differently. For instance, positive news, as we can see around here, for instance NIO Day, let's just go here on the 9th of January. Where is it? Yeah, sorry, on the 9th of January it shot up to 62, which 64.95 actually. That it had a really high, and however for some reason there's always a huge sell-off. But like stocks, it's to be expected. And if you aren't, one thing I do say is that if you're planning to buy and hold, do not always pay attention to the stock price, because if you're planning on selling in 5 years, the stock price now is insignificant to what it could be in 5 years time. And if you look at the trend in the past, it shows that there is a positive growth, which shows that this correlation is going upwards and it's increasing in price each time. So regardless of the volatility and the prices, which can be a bit scary at times, for instance shooting at 55 going straight down to 40, as you can imagine my heart was racing. But if you've got ice in your veins and you can handle the news, because the news really can swing prices at some points, but the more positive news that comes out for NIO, the higher it will drive the price. But another factor to take into account is that people sell off to take profits, which is completely natural and it's understandable, which is what I think happened here on the 9th of January. There was a sharp increase and people decided to make money, but only went halfway. So the assumption I'm going to make from this is that institutions and some of the larger investors and retail investors decided to take a piece of the profit, which is completely fine, and then they decided to buy back straight away, and now we're seeing it shoot up again. And I can see this happening, as we can see from here. Look at the trend, goes up down as it should for a very positive growth rate. And if we look at it, it's just going to keep doing this, but eventually the selling will stop, a bit like Tesla, where it just starts to keep climbing, because they're not scared, but they're a bit uncertain to see if other people will follow suit and sell off. But what will happen is we can see that it's going to keep climbing, and within the next 5 years I can see that it really shooting up to $200, $300 without doubt. Cheers, thank you very much for watching my video, and if there's anything that you want to discuss about NIO or any other stocks, please just chuck it in the YouTube comment section and I'll be happy to reply to you. Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye bye.